पाश्चात्यदेशितारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Welcome to the Bhagavatam class. First of all, I would like to take the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas here. Thank you so much. So today we are covering fourth canto, 31st chapter.
Shloka 25 to 31.
Yeah, Shloka 25 to 31. I will share the screen. Can someone read, please?
Prabhu, the screen is loading. Just
yeah. Okay. First, until then, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yeah.
Shobha Mataji, please read the shloka and the translation.
Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam Prabhuji and Mataji, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Text number 25. Etatte abhihitam sata yanmam tvam pariprastavam prachetasam naradasya samvadam harikirtanam. Hare Krishna, translation by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Vitura, I have told you everything you wanted to know about the conversation between Narada and Prachetas. The conversation describing the glories of the Lord. I have related this as far as possible. Hari Bol, Dandavats Prabhuji, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, it's only one line. You can read the purport also.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam describes the glories of the Lord and his devotees. Because the whole subject matter is the glorification of the Lord, naturally the glorification of his devotees automatically follows. Haribo, Dandavats. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhu, should we continue?
Oh yeah, two shlokas we can read. Two shlokas. Yeah.
Okay. Sharmila Mataji, the shloka and the translation, and Vrishabhanu Mataji, please read the purport.
Hare Krishna. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ya Esha Uttanapado Manavasyanuvarnita Vamsha Priya Vratasyapi Nibodanrapasattama. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shukadeva Goswami continued, O best of kings, King Parikshit, I have now finished telling about the descendants of the first son of Swayambhuva Manu, Uttanapada. I shall now try to relate the activities of the descendants of Priyavrata, the second son of Swayambhuva Manu. Please hear them attentively. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dhruva Maharaj was the son of the king Uttanpad, and as far as the descendants of Dhruva Maharaj or King Uttanpad are concerned, their activities have been described up to the point of Prachetas. Now Shri Sukdev Goswami desires to describe the descendants of Maharaj Priyavrat, the second son of Swayambhu Manu. Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. So, here Srimad Bhagavatam, which section and it is being described, and we will keep this session little bit interactive as usual. So, Srimad Bhagavatam basically is described in multiple sessions, like multiple conversation between Guru and disciple. So first one is, which are the main three? Srimad Bhagavatam. First, what happens in the first canto? Parikshit Maharaj and
Sukadeva
Hare Krishna,
Goswami.
Babaji.
yeah,
Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami's conversation
one
starts when
conversation. Yeah, first is the Shukadev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. And Bhagavatam starts with what?
Suta
all
Goswami.
sages in Naimisharanya. Yeah,
Suta
so
Goswami
the
and
first
sages of
Suta Goswami.
Naimisharanya.
Yeah, Shaunakadi Rishi and Suta Goswami. And which is the third famous Guru disciple relationship?
Maitreya and
Vidura
Vidura.
and Maitreya.
Vidura and Maitreya, third canto and almost fourth canto. So here in this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, almost Maitreya has explained most of the points. Okay, so here the Prachetas, they got instructions from Srila Narada Muni. So actually, Prachetas before also they got the instruction from Vishnu himself, and there was also Rudragit. So even Lord Shiva explains to Prachetas. So in the story of Prachetas, which is the main thing we will understand is the devotee relationships and the glories of the devotees. And the main thing is the cooperation, especially this fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam stresses on this point, that a point of cooperation. Even Pratu Maharaj, how he cooperates with Indra. He gives up the last yajna, which is meant to be, finish the 100th yajna. That he, on the order of Vishnu, he gives it up. So basically, he cooperates. Here also, Prachetas, they are cooperating with each other, as well as they are very curious to hear the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. So in the beginning of this chapter, Narada Muni comes, and when Narada Muni comes, the Prachetas worship Narada Muni with different things. And what did they ask? First, we are in the household activities. So even though we received the instruction from Vishnu and Shiva, Lord Shiva, because of our household activities, we have forgotten all of them. So please instruct us about the glories of the devotional service. So here in this full chapter, Narada glorifies about the, mainly the devotional service. And this very, very famous verse is what? Can somebody read this?
Sharmila
Hare
Mataji, would you
Krishna.
like to read text 14?
Krishna. Yatatarormula nishechanena trypyanti tatskanda bujopashakaha pranopahara chayatendriyanam tataiva sarvar hanam achyuteja. Translation: as pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs, and everything else, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigods who are parts of that Supreme Personality. Thank you.
Yeah, little bit of purport.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C.
Hare
Bhakti.
Krishna. May I read, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Sure.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sometimes people ask why this Krishna consciousness movement simply advocates worship of Krishna to the exclusion of the demigods. The answer is given in this verse. The example of pouring water on the root of a tree is very appropriate. In Bhagavad Gita 15.1, it is said that Urdhva Moolam Atashakam. This cosmic manifestation has expanded downward, and the root is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As the Lord confirms in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Aham Sarvasya Prabhuvo, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Krishna is the root of everything. Therefore, rendering service to Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, that is Krishna Seva, means automatically serving all the demigods. Sometimes it is argued that karma and jnana require a mixture of bhakti in order to be successfully executed, and sometimes it is argued that bhakti also requires karma and jnana for his successful termination. The fact is, however, that although karma and jnana cannot be successful without bhakti, bhakti does not require the help of karma and jnana. Actually, as described by Srila Rupa Goswami, Anyabhilashita's Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavratam. Pure devotional service should not be contaminated by the touch of karma and jnana. Modern society is involved in various types of philanthropy works, humanitarian works, and so on. But people do not know that these activities will never be successful unless Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is brought into the center. One may ask what harm there is in worshipping Krishna and the different parts of his body, the demigods, and the answer is also given in this verse. The point is that by supplying food to the stomach, the indriyas, the senses, are automatically satisfied. If one tries to feed his eyes or ears independently, the result is only havoc. Simply by supplying food to the stomach, we satisfy all the senses. It is neither necessary for feasible to render a separate service to the individual senses. The conclusion is that by serving Krishna, Krishna Seva, everything is complete. As confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 22.62, Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarve Karma Krita Hoya. If one is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything is automatically accomplished. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice, puppet.
I'll show you one beautiful slide. So actually in the purport, what is mentioned, the 15.1 verse, right? What exactly it explains about the banyan tree, which is actually it is there on the land, but its reflection falls on the river. 1 second, I'll show you that. So I wanted to explain about that tree. Yeah, this one. Can you see the... So what it is explained, the original banyan tree, 15.1, Mataji read about it right here. The Urdhva Moolam Adashakam, Ashwattham Prahuravya. So which is that tree? This is the tree. And the real tree, how it is, you can touch it, you can feel it, and it gives the fruit, everything. But the same tree in the reflection, what will happen? In the reflection, what will happen? Can we touch it? If we go to touch it, what will happen?
It's only an imaginary thing.
It is not completely imaginary. It's the reflection is real only. But reflection, if you go to touch it, what will happen?
It will
We
get
cannot
disturbed.
experience.
cannot
We can
see.
fall down. We can fall in the water.
Yeah, you can fall in the water. It gets disturbed. It
It's
gets
not real.
We can't feel it.
yeah.
It's not there.
So in other words, it is temporary, right? That can get disturbed, and it is not as real as the real tree. And the real tree, if it is giving the mango fruit, then what will happen if you want to eat the mango? Then can you go into the reflection and say that I can eat the mango there? No. So the same way, the spiritual world is like that original tree, and the reflection of the spiritual world. So what will happen? It will the bhautika jagat, the material world, that is the reflection. And in the adhyatmika world, the spiritual world, everything, the binding force is love of Godhead, prema, Krishna prema. And in the same prema gets perverted and mixes with the rajoguna and becomes kama. And the binding force of the material world is kama. So, Krishnendriya Priti Vancha Tare Bali Kama Krishnendriya Priti Icha Dhare Prema Nama. So, in the purport, in the purport here, it's Krishna is mentioning, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning about Krishna Seva. So, what is the basic binding force? Whether spiritual world, what is the plane of reflection?
Desire, Prabhuji.
Desire. So you can see that the desire, because of the desire only, we can be in the material world, and because of our desire only, we can be transported to the spiritual world. So basically, we should have the material, spiritual desires. All the material desires has to be transformed into spiritual desires. So here in this section, Prachetas are mentioning about this Narada Muni. They are hearing from the Narada Muni that the glories of the devotional service, the glories of the Lord, what their Narada Muni is mentioning, that you don't have to separately worship demigods. You don't have to worship separately the other living entities like the bhutas or the pitras. Yatataror moola nisheshanena. So, trapyanti tatskanda bhujopashakaha pranopaharascha yatendriyanam tateva sarvar hanam achyutejya. So, if you pour the water into the root, then the whole tree gets nourished. Then somebody may tell that, okay, I will water the root also, I will water the leaves also. Then Narada Muni gives another example. No, you cannot do like that. You cannot tell that you will worship Hari also, you will worship demigods also. So he gives another example. If you put the food only, you can put it into the stomach. You cannot feed it to the eyes, ears, or nose, anywhere you cannot put the food. So like that, sarva arhanam achyuta ijya. So the demigods are automatically satisfied by worship of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So even in the Rudra Gita, Lord Shiva glorifies Lord Vishnu, how he is the root of the entire material and spiritual world. Here also, Srila Prabhupada says, Aham sarvasya prabhavaho matta what is that shloka?
Matta sarvam
Matta
pravartate.
sarvam
Sarvasya
pravartate.
Prabhu Matta Sarva
Iti matta
Pravartate
bhajate ma
Matva
Buddha
Bhajate
bhava
Buddha Bhava
samavitaha.
Samandita.
Buddha Bhava Samanvita. Yes. So, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. I am the source of entire spiritual and material worlds. So, the same thing, even Lord Shiva is glorifying that. That Lord Krishna is the source of all the everything, the material world, the spiritual world. So, and how he is the cause of the creation, annihilation, and destruction, and by how his mercy only everything is taking place. So here also it is mentioned about the importance of Krishna Seva. And Krishna Seva, this we have to understand very carefully. So Krishna Seva also means that it starts also with the Vaishnava Seva, because we don't directly try to approach Lord Krishna. So Gopi Bhartuhu Pada Kamalayora Dasa Dasanu Dasa. So service to Vaishnavas. So three things are there: Nama Ruchi, Vaishnava Seva, and Jiva Daya. So in the three things, Vaishnava Seva is also very, very important. So if we serve Vaishnavas, it's like we are serving Krishna also. So it is like directly we cannot approach the president of this country. If we want to approach, maybe we have to approach through secretary or family of the secretary. So just like that, we cannot directly approach Krishna. We go through the Guru Parampara, or we go through different Vaishnavas, or we go through Shiksha Gurus. So this is the way how we approach Krishna. So this slide, is it clear? Or is there any doubt?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So can someone explain how the spiritual world is compared to the real tree, and how the material world is compared to the reflection? In what sense?
The material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world, Prabhuji. So the pure love that we have for Krishna in the spiritual world, in this material world, it is in the form of lust. It is contaminated.
Yes. So in the spiritual world, everything is real. Like the mango, if you take the mango from the mango tree and directly eat the juice, how you feel the pleasure? You feel lot of pleasure
Taste
by
sweet,
eating.
It's sweet. It's
Yeah.
sweet. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet, very juicy, very nourishing. It gives energy, everything, right? So, but the same mango you try to eat from the reflection, what will happen?
Nothing.
Can you get
We
You
can't
can't
be
eat even
hungry.
that.
Sweetness, Prabhu, is
You can't
just a
eat even.
shadow,
There's no
so we
mango.
cannot experience that sweetness.
First of all, you will not get the mango. If you try to get the mango, you will get frustrated. You will get disheartened. You will not be able to relish the real juice. Then what will happen? You will not get nourishment. So that is what is happening in the material world. We are trying to get the actual happiness of spiritual world in the material world. We are trying to eat the mango. That mango in the reflection, is it possible to get the happiness in the material world?
No, Prabhuji.
It is not possible. Why? Because it is the perverted form of the actual Adi Rasa, or the actual loving mellow exchange of mellow between Radha and Krishna. We have to participate in that loving pastimes. Then we will get actual, real, transcendental bliss. But we want to get the same happiness, and we are trying to get it in the material world through kama, like the atma indriya priti icha, like what?
Kama.
Yeah, priti vancha. We are doing atma indriya priti vancha in the material world. So it is like trying to eat the mango from the reflection. That is not possible. So we will go further, maybe.
One should dovetail everything in Krishna's service, no, Prabhuji? Desires.
So desires means why it is the plane of desire is plane of desire, plane of reflection is desire, because through desire only we can be either in the spiritual world or in the material world. Desire is the one deciding factor. Okay. We are Tatastha Shakti, right? So Tatastha
Yes, sir.
Shakti means what?
We can be either in the material world or in the
We are
spiritual world.
marginal energy of
Margin.
the Lord.
We are
Yeah,
the
we are.
middle Prabhuji.
Yeah, we are in the we can be either in the spiritual world or in the material world. But because of what we will be either in the material world or in the spiritual world?
Because of the desire,
The
Prabhuji.
desire,
Mhm,
Prabhu.
because
Of
of
sense
our desire.
gratification.
Hmm. So the hog has the desire to eat stool. Does anyone indicated him to eat stool?
No,
No,
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
it was his
It's
desire.
natural for him.
Yes.
No, he's desiring. He's desiring like that. So Krishna is providing through material nature the to facility to eat stool. So same way we have the desire to stay in the material world. So now you may ask Prabhuji, no, we want to go to spiritual world, but just keep observing our own desires each and every moment. Are we really desiring 24 hours to be in the spiritual world?
No,
No,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
We are still
No.
having desires.
No, we
We
have so
are-
many material desires. We do
Aha.
our sadhana, but still material desires are there with us.
Yes, so we have material desires in with us. That is why we are in the material world. So who is the cause of us being in material world?
Ourselves,
It's
Prabhuji.
only we
Our-
ourselves.
Our desires.
We and our desires. So what we have to do to go to spiritual world?
Dovetail those desires in the service of the Lord, like Yukta Vairagya. Like
Yes.
We have to make it spiritual.
Yes, every desire, you make it spiritual. You have the desire of sex desire, then get married. You like Vedic, as per dharma, you fulfill the sexual desire and grow the children in Krishna consciousness. Then channelize that desire in the sacrifice and bringing up the Krishna conscious children. You have the desire to eat so many things, prepare bhoga, offer to Krishna, and then eat nice prasadam, honor nice prasadam. You have the desire to go to picnic, go different places. Okay, you go to Jagannath Puri, Navadvip Dham, Mayapur Dham, Vrindavan Dham, this Govardhan Parikrama you do, nicely you enjoy, you transform your the material desire into spiritual desire. You have so many other desires. You have desire to see so many beautiful things in from the eyes. So see the beautiful form of the Lord. He is very, very beautiful. Radha and Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada has established so many temples. Jagannath Baldev, Subhadra Maya, Shri Gaur Nitai. See the beautiful form of the deities. You want to, get the beautiful fragrance. Okay, you offer the nice fragrant oil to Narsimhadev and take that fragrant, nice flowers you offer to Lord. Take that fragrance. So every the senses. So we are engaging in the service of the Lord, and by thus our all the material desires we are transforming into spiritual desires. By this involves what? Sacrifice and tapascharya. So in the next, I think, yeah, you can read this here. In the next fifth cantos, it starts Tapo Divyam Putrakayena Sattvam Shuddhyena. So there also Prashadev says, like human life is meant for tapascharya. So here he is finishing. So can somebody read?
So Mangala Mataji, please read the
Hare
shloka and the
Krishna.
translation.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandat pranams, Prabhuji. Yo naryadat atmavidyam adhigamya punarmahim bhuktva vibhajya putrebhya aishwaram samagat padam. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Although Maharaja Priyavrata received instructions from the great sage Narada, he still engaged in ruling the earth. After fully enjoying material possessions, he divided his property among his sons. He then attained a position by which he could return home back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Anita Mataji, you can read the text 28 shloka, translation and purport. It's small.
Hare Krishna. Imam tu kausharavinopavărnitam shatanisham yajita vadasatkatham pravritta bhavo ashukalakulo munir dadhara mudna charanam hridahare. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. My dear King, in this way, after hearing the transcendental messages of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees from the great sage Maitreya, Vidura was overwhelmed with ecstasy. With tears in his eyes, he immediately fell down at the lotus feet of his Guru, his spiritual master. He then fixed the Supreme Personality of Godhead within the core of his heart. So here the spiritual master is meant for Maitreya Muni, Prabhu?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, purport also.
Should I read the purport, Mataji?
Yeah, Mataji, you can read the purport. I can give the others.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. This is a sign of associating with great devotees. A devotee takes instruction from liberated soul and is thus overwhelmed by ecstasy from transcendental pleasure. As stated by Prahlad Maharaja, Naisham matistavaturukramangrim sparshati anartapagamo yad artaha mahiyasam padarajo abhishekam nishkinchana namna vrinita yavat. Can you pull up, Mataji? Bhagavatam 7.5.32. One cannot become a perfect devotee of the Lord without having touched the lotus feet of a great devotee. One who has nothing to do with this material world is called Nishkinchana. The process of self-realization and the path home back to Godhead means surrendering to the bona fide spiritual master and taking the dust of his lotus feet on one's head. Thus, one advances on this path of transcendental realization. Vidura had this relationship with Maitreya Muni and he attained the results. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Shrimati Shri Priya Mataji, you can read the shloka, translation and purport, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Vidura uvacha soyamadya mahayogin bhavata karunatmana darshitasmas paro darshitas tamasas paro yatra kinchana gohari. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Vidura said, O great mistake, O greatest of all devotees, by your causeless mercy, I have been shown the path of liberation from this world of darkness. By following this path, a person liberated from the material world can return home back to Godhead. Purport. This material world is called Tamaha, dark, and the spiritual world is called light. The Vedas enjoin that everyone should try to get out of the darkness and go to the kingdom of light. Information of that kingdom of light can be attained through the mercy of the self-realized soul. One also has to get rid of all the material desires. As soon as one frees himself from the material desires and associates with the liberated person, the path back home, back to Godhead is clear. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So very beautiful. Many points you can understand here. So first of all, we will go one by one. This is here. The Swayambhava Manu had how many sons?
Two sons.
Two sons.
Who are they?
Uttanapada and Priyavrata.
Priyavrata.
Priyavrata and
Uttanapada and
Uttanapada.
Priyavrata. Now, in this section, Uttanapada's related pastimes has been explained. In the next, from the 5th canto, the explanation of King Maharaja Priyavrata, it will start. So here, brief explanation is given. What is that translation? Although Maharaja Priyavrata received instructions from the great sage Narada, he is still engaged in ruling the earth. So after fully enjoying material positions, he divided his property among his sons. So Basically, the explanation of King Uttanapada and King Priyavrata has been explained in this fourth canto and fifth canto. So, very beautiful points explained here. So, one thing, King Maitreya, I mean the Vidura and great sage Maitreya, the explanation of the Maitreya caused Vidura being overwhelmed with ecstasy. So here in the purport, Prabhupada is saying that overwhelming with the ecstasy of the transcendental pleasure, it is because the liberated soul feels that. Why liberated soul feels that happiness? Can somebody understand this slide? I don't know whether you know Kannada
Prabhu, this
or
is
not.
in Telugu, Prabhu, I think.
No, it is in Kannada.
Prabhuji,
But
Kannada, okay.
try to understand the
They do not have the desire, Prabhuji.
what?
They do not have the desire, Prabhuji. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nashochati Nakangshati. They are
Yeah, they do
unhappy.
not have the desire, material desires, right? So basically, what will happen? You can read English, right? Kama to prema. So how the journey from kama to prema will happen? Beginning,
As we dovetail all our desires in devotional service, we'll get purified.
yes. So somebody can explain this diagram.
yes,
Previously,
Prabhuji.
previously
Nine process
this
of
it will be
devotional
full.
service.
Modalige
Yeah,
Tumba Kama,
It
100%,
takes
0% bhakti it will be there.
yeah.
Like first
This
one will be 100% of desires, Prabhuji. Shall I, Prabhuji?
yeah, you can explain, but explain this diagram first. What will happen? Previously, what is there? This is full. This is zero, right? Nothing is there. And slowly the sand starts falling down. What you can explain it by Kama and Prema. What is exactly happening?
our lust, Prabhu. So initially we have our desire to enjoy the material world. So our mind is full of lust, anarthas, whatever it is. So and from there, slowly when one comes in contact with a devotee, as said in the verse which we read previously. So when he comes in contact with the devotee, then his bhakti process starts, and there comes the 9 stages of bhakti also. Starting from Shraddha. So from there his faith increases, and slowly that lust, that kama will be falling down. So the attachment, basically the attachment to the material world will be dovetailed to the attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, wherein the kama, the lust to enjoy this material world will go down, and the lust, the prema to enjoy the company, the association of the devotees and towards the Lord increases. So that's how that takes a long time, right? So that goes through the process, through the 9 stages of devotion service, starting from Shraddha, and then slowly he goes to prema. So at that time, this sand, whatever it is given in the figure, it goes down, and the other bottom part will be full. So that's where the soul is said to be liberated, to enjoy the association of the devotees and the Lord.
Yeah.
So that's
in
how I
the
understand, Prabhu.
in the
So
top, what will happen? Anybody else wants to explain?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'll try, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, initially the person or the living entity will have full of desires, Prabhuji, like 100% if we take 100% of desires, but the bhakti will be
What desires?
material desires.
Yeah, material. You have to specify
Material desires
because
which are
spiritual
on the
desires are different, right?
platform of
Desires,
sense gratification.
yeah,
And the
material
bhakti
desires.
will be only 0%. When one attains gets little faith, that is Komala Shraddha, initially it will be very little. And when with the association of devotees, like that, with that Shraddha, along with the devotees, that is Shraddha Sadhu Sangha, and he starts to do Bhajana Kriya, that is the form of devotional service, like hearing, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all that. Then when he hear about the Lord, that gets filled, Prabhuji, that material desires will transform into, it starts falling down as bhakti, like 5% it will become. bhakti, and then kama will
bhakti
be reduced to
increases.
95%.
Yeah, when bhakti
95%.
increases, the karma reduces. So
And
bhakti
he has
goes
to
up.
And
continue the bhajana kriya, and which is otherwise also called as Vaidhi Bhakti, until he reaches the stage of asakti, that real interest. Like spontaneously he starts doing devotional service to the Lord. So
Yeah.
until that stage, it is called Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. So along with the devotees, when he continues to do devotional service, he develops some nishta. The anartha nivriti happens, and he gets little by little purified as he increases to his material desires will get reduced as the percentage of bhakti increases. So that means he is purified by chanting and doing all the process advised by the gurus and the senior devotees. And then when he gets little taste, Prabhuji, after Nishta, he gets little taste. And then in the Bhakti sadhana, I mean, that self-realization happens. And Nishta means strong belief in the path of Bhakti. And then material desires will come to 30%, and 70% of Bhakti increases. Bhakti will increase. And then when he gets natural intense desire to perform devotional service, he comes to he performs, he takes the diksha, I mean, so such steps he'll take, Prabhuji, in taking initiation from the
Diksha
guru.
will happen in the bhajana kriya only.
Prabhuji,
So
here you have given, no, Prabhuji, like Diksha Guru ಅಥವಾ ಶಿಕ್ಷಾ ಗುರುಗಳ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನದ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಹಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ.
that is what I have mentioned is that the Raganuga Bhakti can generally happens in the Asakti, but it can happen before also. Some devotees will be very advanced and they have very much laulyam is there. So the Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti can happen before Asakti also, maybe Nishta only or Ruchi only. They will start Raganuga Bhakti. Okay?
in Ruchi, it is said to happen, Prabhu, if it is
Yeah, Ruchi
Raganuga
or
Sadhana.
even Nishta also. Immediately after Anartha Nivrati, one can take to Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. But generally, the Diksha stage is Bhajana Kriya stage. Okay. So, you nicely explained, both of you, Matajis. Anybody else want to explain different perspective? You can try, because when you explain, even if you are a little bit wrong here and there, it's fine, because you are trying to introspect and you are trying to, try to explain. So that will give you more confidence. And, when we are explaining, we have to explain as per Guru Sadhu Shastra. We should not speculate anything. We have to explain as per Guru Sadhu Shastra. So that is why we have to try to be precise as possible. So if we do not know, then we should not go to explain that point. It's okay, you can tell that I'm not very sure about this point, but as per my understanding, it is like this. Maybe you can correct like that. Okay. So, but try to
Hare
explain.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
kindly explain this, Prabhuji, which you said now, just now, that
Hare
Diksha
Krishna.
Guru ಅಥವಾ ಶಿಕ್ಷಾ Guru. You have
Yeah,
written that.
I will explain.
Explain this flow, please.
Yeah, I will explain.
Couldn't understand the language.
I will explain, but before that, anybody want to try to explain this diagram and this one in a different perspective?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, in this, what your kind self is exhibited here, this is the analogy of the sand is coming down in a slow process.
Yes.
So that is, it relates to kama to prema. Kama means desires, prema means prema.
Yes.
So, initial stage, we are not aware of all these things. We are all fully in kama, the desire stage. We are in desire stage. We have no this bhakti stage. Bhakti, we are not aware of bhakti.
Yes.
After association with the senior devotees, and then reading, hearing Shravanam and Kirtanam, Padasmaranam, we will get some Shraddha.
Yes.
After getting the Shraddha, the kamas, what we are desires will come, little bit comes down, and bhakti, it will take the nourishes. So
Yes.
bhakti of seed will
increase
develop in our heart.
Yeah.
Then after that, after hearing that, automatically the nishta, and that means we are addicted to the
Nishta means steady state, steadiness.
so commitment will come within ourselves. So automatically after coming to that stage, the bhakti percentage of bhakti will increases, and the
Yes.
desires for the material things will be go down.
Yes.
And then after that, this sadhana is going on, the taste will comes within ourselves.
Yes.
As the taste comes, the bhakti percentage of bhakti will increase to 70%. That the material attachment and this desires will come down to 30%. Then after that, we will get the asakti. Without that, we can't live. To that extent, we ourselves develop to that stage.
Yes.
So that commitment will come with our heart. As and when it commits, the material desires will go down. Automatically, it reduces to 20%. And then bhakti, particularly for bhakti, it will increase to 80%. So in this, after that, after getting the asakti, or so commitment to that bhava, we will enjoy the status of the Supreme Lord's bhava. We can attract to that extent. So that in that bhava stage, automatically we will relationship with the Supreme Lord will increase us to 95%, and materialistic desires will come down to 5%. After attaining that, automatically, knowingly or unknowingly, our entire bhakti, our relationship with Supreme Lord it has no contamination of anything material desires. That is 100% bhakti will establish.
Yes, thank you. Beautifully explained. All three of you beautifully explained. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
So, as I see here, for me, towards the right, there is a blue line which is going. Since I couldn't understand the language, I just guess that if one just takes the association of a pure devotee, he can just jump into the process of devotional service, and his previous shukriti also, when it is there, then he will advance little earlier. So something like that I could just make up with this one. So as we get it from the scriptures also. So, but otherwise I do not understand this one, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Basically, what in the explanation it's mentioned that the Maitreya, when he's explaining, Vidura is overwhelmed with ecstasy. That is the Bhava Bhakti stage here, 95, whatever it is. Okay. Why they are getting ecstasies? Because they have lot of Bhava Bhakti or the Prema Bhakti in their heart. It is said there is no material desires in Vidura. That means what? He is in the stage of Prema. No material desires means what? Kama zero means what? It is the Prema stage. Okay, in the Prema stage, what happens? 100% Bhakti or Prema is there. It's called Prema Bhakti, right? Prema Bhakti jaha hoite avidya vinasha jate divya jnan hृदय prakashito. We are singing every day, right? What is the meaning of Prema Bhakti? Avidya, no material desires. So slowly we are reaching to that stage of Prema Bhakti. But in order to reach that Prema Bhakti, initially what will happen? We are completely, before coming to Krishna consciousness, we are completely in the material realm, completely enjoying the material happiness, material desires, no bhakti. So slowly Shraddha starts, then the karma reduces, the material desires, it reduces. Then we start doing the sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kahe, lavamatra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoye. So when we do the sadhu sangha, it is the throughout till prema bhakti we do sadhu sangha only. Even after prema we do sadhu sangha. So then bhajana kriya we are doing. Bhajana kriya means what? Regulated practice. Regulated practice. In the bhajana kriya, we take initiation from the spiritual master. Basically, sadhu sangha is what? It is end of sadhu sangha or starting of the bhajana kriya stage only. We are initiated. Then by the mercy of the spiritual master, he engages in the Navavidha Bhakti. Bhajana Kriya means what? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So we are engaged in the process of nine processes of devotional service. Expert spiritual master engages his disciple in the processes based on the inclination of the disciple. He engages in different processes. Some may be inclined towards deity worship. Some may be inclined about chanting the holy name. Somebody may be inclined about preaching, kirtanam. Somebody may be expert in the other processes like doing the menial seva and so many things. Atmanivedam, Sharanagati, so many processes are there. So after that, what happens? Anartha nivritti takes place. So these are all explained in the Madhurya Kadambini. So please don't take these percentages to be accurate. This is just what indications only, but more or less explained it. Like Anartha Nivritti happens, what almost we have climbed the top of the hill. Then we become steady in the Nishtha state, that is called steady bhakti. Full faith is there, firm faith is there in the process of devotional service to the spiritual master, to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then we come to the platform of Ruchi. Ruchi means higher taste. When we get the higher taste, we leave the lower taste. Then in the Asakti, we develop strong attachment to Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Asakti stage, one is very much attached and his Ishtadeva is revealed to him. And then he comes to the stage of Bhava. Bhava, the stage is explained, symptoms is explained in this verse, Maitreya. What is that? Vidura was overwhelmed with ecstasy. Nayanam galadashrudaraya, vadanam gadgada ruddaya gira, pulake prichitam vapukkada tavanama grane bhavishyati. With tears in his eyes, he immediately fell down at the lotus feet of his guru, the spiritual master. So Guru Bhakti and Krishna Bhakti goes parallel like a railway track. So we have to have strong bhakti to our Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the same time, develop strong attachment to Guru also. It is said, one who has nothing to do with this material world is called Nishkinchana. So by surrendering to the bona fide spiritual master and taking his dust from his lotus feet, one advances in the path of transcendental realization. So it happens, all this happens, process happens by the mercy of spiritual master. And this basically then one raises to Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. When the Bhakti process is going up, Bhakti is increasing, and at the same time when the Bhakti increases, Kama automatically decreases. It is like one bottle is there and initially there is full air and 0% water, and one is pouring the water inside the bottle. Water increases, air decreases. Water portion increases, air decreases. Ultimately, when the complete water is filled, no air is there. Just like that. When the bhakti is increasing, Kama is reducing. And when one achieves complete bhakti, that is pure prema bhakti, then Kama is 0. So like that. And on the other side, which Mataji asked now, the blue line, that is basically from the Shraddha, we start the Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. There are two types of Sadhana Bhakti. What are the two types of Sadhana Bhakti?
Vaidhi Sadhana
Sadhana
Bhakti,
Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. What is the difference?
Vaidhi is you follow rules
Vaidhi
and
we should
regulations,
follow according to the rules
and
and regulations which are
Raganuga
mentioned in the scripture,
is
and we should
spontaneous love.
follow the spiritual master
Spontaneous love,
also.
Prabhuji.
Raganuga Sadhana
Raganuga is
Bhakti.
examples like Yashodamai and all that, Prabhuji, they all do.
Raganuga is spontaneous love, like how we have with our children. So like that we should have the love.
How it is practiced? How it is practiced, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti?
Yashoda Maya.
By doing our sadhana bhakti, the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, only slowly one goes towards the Raganuga bhakti. So
How he practices? How he practices Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti? Bhakti
It
rasa
comes from the
Rasin.
heart,
By
Prabhuji.
following the
Comes from the
footsteps
heart.
of the Brajvasis,
The
like
following the
Yashodamaya,
footsteps of Ragatmika Bhakti.
Ragatmika
Right?
Bhakti.
Purna
So
Shastra and Sadhu
five
Sangha.
five rasas are there, and each jivatma is attracted to particular rasa. Right? So everybody is unique. Each soul is unique. So five rasas are there. Which are the five rasas?
Shanta,
Santa,
Dasya,
Dasya,
Sakya,
Sakya,
Vatsalya,
and
Madhurya.
Vatsalya,
Madhurya.
Madhurya. So when one advances, maybe he comes higher platform in the devotional life, he start attracting to particular rasa. One may be attracted to Madhurya rasa. Another devotee may be attracted to Sakhya rasa. Another devotee may be attracted to Vatsalya rasa. So whichever rasa he is attracted, he follows the Raghatmika Bhaktas. Who are the Raghatmika Bhaktas? Who are in the Brajavasis. Maybe in the Madhurya Rasa, who are attracted to Madhurya Rasa, they follow Radharani, Ashtasakis, Ashtamanjaris, and they follow in the footsteps, and they develop this strong attachment to that particular rasa, and as well as to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to worship in that particular rasa. That is Raganuga Bhakti. If one is attracted to strongly to Vatsalya rasa, then what he will do? What he will or she will do? She will follow the Ragatmika Bhaktas like Yashoda Maya or Rananda Maharaj, Upananda, Vasudeva, Devaki. So they follow them. So then in the Sakya Rasa, they will follow the Ragatmika Bhaktas like Madhumangala, Sridhama Saka, Sudhama Saka, Shoka Krishna. Anyone who they are more attracted to, they will follow in their footsteps. Then follow with laulyam, intense desire and spontaneity, spontaneous attraction, and third one is strong attachment. So this is Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, but this has to be practiced under the bona fide, what do you call, the guidance of either Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru. Okay, then he goes to Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, and Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti comes to Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. One who practices Vaidi, Raganuga, Bhava, Prema, he goes to Goloka Vrindavana. But one who practices Vaidi Bhakti, and through Vaidi only he goes to Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti, he goes to Vaikuntha. Hare Krishna. So we'll go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
kindly
Prabhu,
repeat.
can you
Prabhuji.
please repeat just you said the last one?
I will repeat, Mataji. We'll finish this one in the question and answer. Where we finished? 29, is it?
Yes, Prabhu, the last shloka was 29.
Okay,
We
30
read.
and 31 we'll finish. Then we'll, in the question and answer, I will explain again. Okay. Yeah, please.
Anita Mataji, would you like to read 30, the shloka, translation and purport? And Sumangala Mataji, you can read the last one, 31.
Shri Shukovacha Iti Anamya Tammamantriya Viduro Gacha Savayam Swanam Didrikshu Prayayo Jnatinam Nirvrishtashayaha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Shukadeva Goswami continued, Vidura thus offered obeisances unto the great sage Maitreya, and taking his permission started for the city of Hastinapur to see his own kinsmen, although he had no material desires. Purport: when a saintly person wants to see his kinsmen, he has no material desire to see them. He simply wants to give them some instructions so that they can benefit. Vidura belonged to the royal family of the Kauravas, and although he knew that all the family members were destroyed at the battle of Kurukshetra, he nonetheless wanted to see his elder brother Dhritarashtra to see if he could deliver Dhritarashtra from the clutches of Maya. When a great saintly person like Vidura sees his relatives, he desires only to deliver them from the clutches of Maya. Vidura thus offered his respectful obeisances to his spiritual master and departed for the city of Hastinapur, the kingdom of Kauravas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Etadya शृणुयाद् राजन् राजानां हरि अर्पितात्मनाम् आयुर्धनं यश स्वास्ति गतिम् ऐश्वर्यम् आपनुयात्. Translation. O King, Hare Krishna. O King, those who hear these topics about kings who are completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead obtain without difficulty a long life, wealth, good reputation, good fortune, and ultimately the opportunity to return home back to Godhead. Purport. Hare Krishna. Thus, in the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 4th canto, 31st chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Narada Instruct the Prachitas. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
End of the 4th canto. So here ends the 4th canto. Basically, this section is explaining the importance of taking shelter of the spiritual master and having no material desires. And even though here Vidura wants to go to Hastinapur and meet all of his kinsmen, but here Srila Prabhupada is clearly mentioning he has no material desire to see them. Okay, we should not misunderstand any pure devotees. Even though externally they may be grahasthas or whatever varna ashram, brahmacharis, whatever varna ashram, then sometimes they may do the activities just similar to the other householders. It doesn't mean that they have the material desires. Here, Vidura is trying to meet the kinsman. It doesn't mean he has the material desires. He was a pure devotee. And even he went to the Hastinapur, and what did he do there? He delivered Dhritarashtra. He told Dhritarashtra to leave the palace and go to forest and practice devotional service. So devotees, wherever they go, they preach the glories of the Lord, just like Narada Muni, he preached the glories to Prachetas, and Maitreya Muni preached the glories of the Lord to Vidura. Vidura goes to Hastinapur, he preaches to Dhritarashtra. In this way, always the devotees glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this whole section is explaining about the glories of the Lord and importance of the saintly personalities like Maitreya Muni, Vidura, great Narada Muni. And even in the 5th canto, which starts from the next class or next section, what will happen? That even Narada is explaining again to King Priyavrata, and how Priyavrata sacrifices his own interest to really listen to the authorities. So these are all the points which we have to imbibe in our life, and we have to practice it. Then we will get realizations. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I will take the questions, but what you told me to explain, re-explain, Mataji's or Prabhuji's?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
You
Krishna.
mentioned that we should not speculate, Prabhuji. Like, I just want you to guide us, Prabhuji. Like, how one speculates. Like, what are the mistakes that we commonly do? Like, when we say something like this. Hare Krishna.
When you have to in the any Srimad Bhagavatam class or any class, you have to speak as per Guru Sadhu Shastra. Like somebody mentioned, I don't know who is that. They mentioned that in Asakti somebody gets the Diksha, something they told, right?
Myself,
So
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
okay, yeah. In that case, if you are very sure that that is the true sentence, then you have to tell. Otherwise, if you are not very sure, then you should not quote that sentence. That is